Hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to this stream of Imperator Rome, where we are playing as the mighty Rome. And things started kicking off last session. So we did have a mission, which was to build up Magna Graecia. We got maybe halfway through it or so. We got the upgrades in Tarentum. Tarentum now has the permanent shipbuilding modifier. But before we could actually finish it, we had the Civil War. And the Civil War comprised primarily of Magna Graecia, which cancelled the mission automatically. So we then switched to subduing Greece, and we're currently working our way along the Dalmatian coast, trying to get into the Greek hinterlands. And that's basically where we ended off last session. We are in the process, if I remember correctly, of getting a fabrication against it's the guys that I can't pronounce. Oxuaioia. Yeah, those guys. Which we are about 40% of the way through. So we've got a legion down here, which should actually probably be drilling while they stand there. We've got our engineers building roads out to where the legion are. I don't think we're going to need to raise levies for this one. We just need to get down there. So that is how we are doing. If you want a commentary on lighting, you'd be better with more dispersed light source. You clearly have point light, which results in shiny bits in the face. It's a problem of Space Poet. I'm like right up against the wall as it is already, with the green screen right behind me, because you know how very often the green screen's off? That's because it's like a foot behind my head. And I have to keep moving it around. One day, when I move into a proper studio, I'll be able to play with more effective lighting systems, but right now I'm working with what I've got. Because, yeah, I agree. I do need a more dispersed lighting system. I know. New Legio when? Well, Legio Marshall absolutely obliterated itself by joining the rebels. So Legio Marshall has been stood down and its name cursed for the centuries. And quite honestly, I just don't think I need another one. Legio Mordred is doing everything that it needs to. It has got loads of space still to grow. It's at 38 out of 92. So, yeah. I don't think I need a second one at the moment. Notice you've returned to Imperator Rome, so with the current updates, is it in a playable state? Yeah, it's 100% playable. If somebody could do ! Imperator, that will tell you everything that I've been telling everyone that's been asking me that. It's come up once or twice. Thank you. I guess this proves navies are better than armies. Well, the navies haven't once revolted. I don't think they've even had, like, ships lost. Which is actually a little bit unrealistic. I think that a portion of the navy should probably also revolt. But as it stands, we've not lost any of our fleets. Admirals have never, ever become disloyal. They are a heck of a lot more reliable than the generals are. Okay, so roads are being built. We're getting a connection down along the coast. People are refusing to sell me stuff. On their head be it. And at the moment I have been in the process of building grand theatres everywhere, because it increases the territorial provincial loyalty, increases integrated culture, happiness, and also the civilization level and assimilation speed, which are all things that we've wanted throughout Italy. We may change a little further out, but that's what we're doing here. There's been sightings of what some call the Meniads in Florentiarola. Others say they are nothing more than bandits and madmen. We should be careful about attacking these men and women, as we could make ourselves unpopular amongst his god and other followers. However, leaving them to continue their raving through the countryside will not be popular amongst the people. So the soldiers will put an end to these bandits. We'll lose 5,000 manpower. A shrine to Bacchus will ease their suffering. Happiness goes down, but we gain omen power and sacrifice cost. Or I'm sure they'll move on soon enough. No, I think we can just put an end to these bandits once and for all. Send in the army! Besides which, we have tons of manpower at the moment. We haven't once been squeezed for that. Has any Julius Caesar level civil war occurred? I mean, the big one was the one that just happened, but that was just after the Julius Caesar guy died. Because we did have Publius Flavius, who was like Caesar levels. But we've actually got this guy, Caius Junius Pertinax. Is it you? I think it is, actually. Where's our godlike general? Oh, it is him, but he's lost some stats. He used to have 12 in military. So Caius Pertinax has lost a little. Oh, he's become frail. Huzzah. Oh dear. And he's got dysentery. Oh dear. But yeah, he's disciplined, cruel, reckless, and foolish. Okay, he's not quite as strong as he once was. Right, that is another thing I should do. The boost has occurred for the channel. Thank you everyone for participating to that. Very much appreciated. And we've had a bunch of resubscriptions coming through as well. Artwork, thank you very much for the follow. Bothzera, thank you as well. Welcome to the channel. And then Shavrash coming in with a 20-month resubscription. Thank you very much for the ongoing support there, Shavrash. Grand Marshal trying to redeem his legion. Thanks to Mastani for my gift sub. Goodness gracious, has it been that long? Well, here's to at least 10 times more. 26 months of resubscription there, Marshall. Thank you so much for the ongoing support. It's always a pleasure seeing you around, and your work here as a moderator is absolutely fantastic, and you quite honestly make the channel what it is. So thank you very much for doing that. And the same, actually, goes for the next one, which is Mastani, coming in with an 18-month year and a half. Thank you very much for the ongoing support as well, Mastani. I came in here, Mordred saying he has an excess of manpower. Give me back the real Mordred. Thank you very much for the ongoing support, Mastani, and thank you also, really, for all of the moderation work that you do too. Moderators are what make this channel. I was actually talking to Ben Magnus about that the other day. Like, how do you know if someone has a good community? It's because the moderation. Okay, so it looks like our roads are finished. We are 62%. I'm going to let the engineers do a little bit of training, and then we will push south once that is done. So who are we actually going to be fighting? Oh, Tribalia. They actually broke their previous alliances. Well, that's interesting. Okay. So I don't think I have any interest in taking any of Tribalian territory, but I do want to take all of this. Yep, I think all of it. Okay then. And we will be starting this war right next door to a fort. We can build a building. Let's get another theatre. Now, are there any other provincial capitals where we don't have a theatre yet? Yes, as it stands, there is. And then once this gets to about 90, we'll stop drilling and prepare for the war. What are trade routes like at the moment? Trade in this game is still terrible. As I said in the Imperator thing, the two things that this game needs really overhauled. Firstly, trade really needs an overhaul. It looks archaic and terrible and just doesn't work very well. They are supposedly coming up with an update very soon, which is going to overhaul the trade UI, which will fix a lot of the immediate problems I have with it, but as a system, the trade system is just not that interesting. And then also barbarians. So the Gauls, the Celts, and the Hispanics all need more flavor, like the Roman world and the Greek world, and the post-Alexandrian successor world has a bunch of missions and traditions and things like that. Excellent conditions in Armenium. Whether by happy coincidence, the blessings of Fortuna, or just diligent management, for the past year, production in the city of Armenium has so far surpassed the predictions of local bureaucrats and administrators. While we could simply exploit these boons for a short-term gain, we suggest the opportunity to study the organisation of slaves in Armenium, who by all accounts are an unusually satisfied and productive bunch. So we can gain a bunch of money, we can apply these lessons across the province, or they have it under control. So why would I ever choose this one? This one has more output, has more happiness, and we gain money. This one has less output, less happiness, and it costs us political influence. It lasts for the same amount of time. Oh, that's for one city. That's for the whole province. I see. Well, that depends on where this place is. No, seriously, where is this place? It would be nice if you actually highlighted Armenium. It's over there. Okay. And in fact, the province is there, but you can't see it because it's hidden behind this. I see the problem. Definitely needs to be highlighted. So this whole province, which has a slave population of 35%, currently earns very little tax income. So I'm going to say, I'm going to take the money, because that's definitely going to pay me more than 0.08 taxes a month over 10 years. Military access from Epirus. Unfortunately, no Epirus, because you and I, we are about to have some problems. You're in my way, being the main problem. Alright, let's get our armies to stop drilling as we prepare for the fight. And we can also build a couple more grand theatres. You're a provincial capital. You're a capital. And that's all my money gone. Well, okay then. 96%. And here we go. Soon. There it is. Alright then, Liburnia. It is time. We're going to take Dalmatia from you. So the sieges are going to go and do the sieging, and the main legion can just stand next door and watch. And then we need to import one more item in Rome. So what do we have? We've lost our surplus of wood. We've lost our surplus of earthenware and of elephants. Elephant one I'm not that bothered about. Wood? I kind of am, but there's never any wood to actually buy, so that's irrelevant. And then cloth. Nothing to buy. So the update that I was saying is in the works at the moment will basically make it so that this screen will show you on this screen when you can actually import goods. So at the moment, like wood is highlightable. On that screen, it will say, there'll be a little 0 right there to say, yeah, you can buy wood, potentially, but there's nowhere that actually offers it to you right now. Whereas if we had like fish, where there are lots of places which are actually going to offer fish, there'll be a number next to the fish, which is like +10, which means that there are 10 provinces which offer you wood. And if you can't click on it at all, like camels, that means there's absolutely nowhere that sells it. Which will save me going through like wood, no. Earthenware, no. Cloth, no. It'll just tell me on this screen. I'm trading away cloth. Well, the trading out stuff is automatic, and I'm not going to touch that. Although, that being said... Well, that's papyrus. I don't think I am trading out cloth. We must be. Because I produce 3. Those are imports. Where's the exports shown? Here. And yes, we are in fact selling cloth for a lot of money. But I'm going to cancel that so we actually have a surplus of cloth here. Because we shouldn't be selling the surpluses. And then wine is another thing that we are getting, which we don't. Legion maintenance. You know what? Wine would actually be quite useful. Let's go with Milias. And there we go. Job's done. Alright. Battle is joined. Here comes the navy. One of the nice things about Imperator is you can automate stuff. It's actually quite helpful. So I just have the fleet automatically hunting enemy fleets. which means they're currently trying to blockade these guys so they can't escape, which is nice. Money's being spent so quickly, I wonder if you can improve economy. More buildings. Our legion cost a fortune, then you have 25 per month. Seems strange. I'm sure that I could. So here's one of the problems I have playing as the bigger nations, is I have no idea where I should be specializing. Because the macro builder is flipping useless. Like, I don't really understand why they even bothered putting this in. This doesn't even tell me what the current population is in any of my towns. Like, if I'm going to be building an aqueduct, surely I would want to know where A, my population currently resides, and B, how much extra space they have. Doesn't give me that information. When building things like marketplaces, doesn't actually tell you how much money you're going to be earning. It's just a really bad system. Oh, did I cancel the wrong one? You're right, I did. That's in trade. Yes, you're right. Alright, where's Italia? Okay, these are not in order. Where the hell is Italia? Oh, Latium, that's the one. So we want to just cancel... No, it's not. Yeah, it is. We'll cancel the one to Liburnia. It was papyrus I was looking at. Okay, so we do indeed have some cloth now. Cool. What else does this area actually produce? You actually produce 2 wine. So what I can probably do is cancel that wine import and then just stop exporting it. We're still in Latium. Export wine. Now, unfortunately, the wine's worth a lot. I think I just need to start focusing more on getting some more slaves in. I mean, we've been... One of the things we have been aggressively doing is building up our farms and our mines. Which is fine, because you can only build one of those in most provinces. The problem is, in the cities, is where I should really be focusing my economy, because we are primarily urban, but because there's so little information about what's actually worth building in the cities, that's really difficult to do. But I think I've basically just got to spend the time and go through each province, and then basically decide what I want them to do. And this is one of the places where, like, having a note would be nice. I can just make a note of those provinces, say, Latium, this is... population size. Capua, this is manpower. Disable trade for the capital. I mean, it's set to block surplus, so it should not sell any resources we don't have a surplus of. But the thing is, we were probably importing them, and only later built up to the population level where we had a surplus. What was I doing? Wine. I was going to set up the wine supply. Do we have wine? We have wine. So now I can import something else. Earthenware. Do we have any earthenware? National Freeman output. That is more manpower. That sounds good to me. Yeah, so we have a surplus of grain. We have a surplus of salt. Cool. Didn't we do this before? Didn't we already say that we have stone? No, we don't. Right, because I lost my stone import and then thought that marble was the stone. Yeah, okay. So we want to stop importing livestock. Hopefully that doesn't affect my food supply too much. And something which is just not worth very much. It's going to be earthenware. And we'll hopefully, having done all that, actually be able to get stone. Yes, we can. From the Carthaginians. That's going to be stable. That's marble again. Stone. Right, now we actually have stone income. Siege of Borneon is done. Are there any other sieges that we need to do? That's DeRosa, that's a different nation. Yeah, way out there. In fact, let's have you go into Baroya, because that's the provincial capital. Looks so intimidating. We also said that about most Paradox titles, but I haven't played Imperator or EU. I would say if you're looking to get into a new Paradox game, Europa Universalis is just in the better shape. Like EU4 is in very rude health at the moment. Imperator has a lot of potential, so Imperator will be good in a year or two. I mean, it's good already. Imperator will be great in a year or two. And we need a new Tribus Militum. Ah, and we have a level 11. He's 17 as well. Oh, you're going to be here forever. Enjoy your new posting. You came in just the right time. Excellent. And we can have a new Omen, which is definitely going to be Mercury, because I want to keep the money flowing. And immediately we need another import. We have lost our supply of something. Well, I guess now would be an opportunity to go for some livestock. Although we're sitting at our food capacity, we're still gaining food. Still have my precious metals. Still have the base metals. Still have iron. On the off chance that there's actually wood available, there's never any wood. Horses? Then our heavy cavalry will be slightly stronger. Siege is 1. Good. You can go and finish them off. And you can head down here. Navy 1. Oh, that's an army. Okay. Well, here's going to be the first test of the auxiliary force, of the sieging force. We have significantly more morale than they do. Skirmishing, both sides are skirmishing. They do have a couple of extra troops, but I think just through pure morale we'll win this. So we are losing more troops than they are. Oh no, now it's about equal. Yeah, we got this. 800 aside. Their mercenaries are trying to escape. We're not going to let them. Slight difference in quality between the sieging army and the actual army. Alright, where are you going? Are you going to here? Where are you going? Yes, you are. Alright, then we can catch and destroy you. We're using triplex ACs, which is actually countered by their hit and run. Oh, they switched tactics on me. You cheeky buggers. Not going to help you though. Stack wipe! No, it wasn't stack wipe. Damn it! Where are they going now? They're going to go back over here, aren't they? Yeah. Imperator is the No Man's Sky strategy game, grand strategy. It kind of is. Yeah, you are going here. River crossing into the woods, but so it goes. That's another siege done. Once this is finished, can we piece them out? No, because they actually took their capital back again. And I think that we are going to need to do something against Trebalia. We have a fort right there that we can go and take. You're heading south again. Well, that's interesting. You're going back there, aren't you? Well, they've hired some more mercenaries. They're quite desperate to stay in this fight still. Just need to make sure I retake this. In fact, if I get there first, then they either have to siege the fort or attack me. Or siege down my fort, which they're welcome to try. My siege defences are usually quite good. They're going for it. They lost. Right, I think that we are ready to piece them out. We're going to take from them everything. And that should be good. And thank you. Right, let's move the troops over here. Let's keep you there. Now, how many forts have I just inherited from you? Just the one. And one extra. So, which one can I afford to get rid of? That one. Because we have one right next door. Okay, cool. So next up, Dorosia. Gonna need you to step aside. Oh, we can immediately attack you. And you're allied to Talbria and Turania. Unfortunately, that is not Abria. Abria, I think, has split away from one of those guys in the meantime. Oh, but we already have claims on you. Okay, we can declare war on the lot. Well, in that case, I just need to get to a place where I can go and threaten your territories, and then we'll just launch the attack straight away. Several nights ago, Valero Claudius was discovered helping himself to a sizable quantity from the national treasury. Oh, Valero, why would you do this? Flog the sod. And yeah, we are going to need to build roads down here, eventually. Right now, though, I'm just going to keep pressing the attacks while I have the capabilities to do so. And in these islands, there are no forts. Okay, that's good. Actually, some pretty decent land here. Interesting. Okay, I think that we are ready to go for Dorosia. Which we will do. And I'm also going to attack Adria. Oh, we're already at war with them. Never mind then. Cool. Let's go take their forts. That command is coming in so helpful.